Welcome back to Let's Play Stardrive 2 with Stalwart Pachyderm. We are playing the Chukk campaign, and I've just spent the last few minutes reorganizing my thoughts with regards to what I'm going to be doing. And we are going to go ahead and build up a large battleship fleet to take on our enemies with. 5 turns, pardon me, on that. We're going to build our... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and outright purchase as many of these as we can off the bat. Hey, look, 4. That'll be a good first fleet, actually. Okay. And why is this on here twice? Okay, that's what I'm thinking it is. Alright. It's just on the list twice, and I was a little confused by that. Alright. Alright, so next turn we'll have 4 battleships out, and we can go ahead and launch. Yeah, I just realized something. Let me check out the design real quick. Yes, okay, it has point defense. Fairly good point defense, actually. Alright, never mind. I was like, wait a minute, does it have adequate point defense to be a solo ship? The answer is yes, it does. Something we could do with this fleet of 4 battleships is potentially take on these. Yeah, it's the same one. Wowzers. 3 battleships in that group. Unless that's the cruiser class size. I'm not sure if that's cruiser class or battleship class size. It's either one really big cruiser or it's a battleship. I don't particularly want to fight that. Now it's just 4 battleships. Maybe if I was polyps with 4 polyp battleships, yeah, I'd fight that. Oh, but they're not actually going there, they're just stuck. They didn't get out, I guess, before the wormhole shut down. Whatever. Alright, we are going to need to upgrade our troops. Alright, and launch them all off. Oh, mouse, please. Alright. We lost freighters at some point. Well, then. Alright. I could have sworn before the end of the last episode that I adjusted all the food production on the cordon system. Pretty sure I did that. I mean, obviously the game doesn't think I did, so... Alright. And now that we've got some transports. Launch! We're off to seek glory in the least volatile of space. You really want main engineering. And do you have anything I desperately want? Class 3 shields might be nice. But it's rated at... Oh, never mind. He wouldn't even... he can't trade with us. No. Oh. Alright, targeting computer is completed. And... We've researched the least in energy. We haven't gone after the experimental Chukk technology though, so let's do that real quick. There's 10 levels of it. Each level is about 3 turns for us. Not bad. Temple Brutality, it's pretty standard. Alright, what do you have here? Yeah. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. I'm not sure if that's a battleship opposing us. No, it's not. It's... Wow. Yeah, okay. Forward shielding is still there, but it's going to fall the next art volley is going to penetrate. There we go. Taking hull damage. Which the damage is so minor, it's hardly worth mentioning. Now, a lot of people say that why do you even use disruptors, especially the spinals? They're much less energy efficient per DPS point than the turreted disruptors, which are even less power efficient per square and DPS point than lasers, than the 2x2 lasers. And the reason why is they do more damage per shot, so you have a higher chance of blowing out a component with each shot that you hit, which is important when you're trying to penetrate armor layers. So that's why I do it. It's because when you hit, you're going to do more damage to whatever component you do hit, rather than with lasers possibly spreading that damage around. And standard assault pattern, go! He doesn't have lasers, so we don't need to set up our anti-laser shields. And we have gained ourselves another planet. Yay! Slave bit has been assimilated. Oops. Unsavory cantina. That's not a racially unique. I forgot to, kinda forgot to... launch the troops. Whoopsies. Alright, so there's not only is there defensive troops there, there's also a starbase, so I'm not particularly worried about that fleet. Well, .34 command point fleet, actually. They might be able to take out the starbase. So in that case, let's make sure our troops are actually equipped the way we would want them to be equipped. Well, let's see how the starbase does. Now I wonder if our starbases even have the little teeny tiny Crazy Eddie shields. They do have the Crazy Eddie shields. Isn't that something? Interesting. Why was its engagement range set to nothing? I am most perplexed. Doesn't make any sense why it was set down to here. Well, that was a hit. And that was more hits. We do have cruise missiles on this, so we're going to be doing damage to these little ships that can't pack enough point defense. Oh, those ones got it. There's a lot of missiles coming in. Wow, look at that. The shield's just instantly overloaded. Missile spam too real for that single starbase. So we're going to defend the planet and then blow out his fleet with our battleships, which won't be hard. There's only 8 troopers landing, which won't even be a challenge. In one of our earlier playthroughs, we defended with, what, I think it was 3 troops against 16 coming in. I did not click their game. Regardless, let's do this now, I guess. was most unfortunate. What? I don't think anyone's gonna mind me doing that. I'm interested to see if that'll duplicate, actually. How far back are we? We're not too far. There's so many things that happen between here and there that I don't think we'll be able to duplicate that. With our insider info, we can actually beat the fleet there, so. Now that we know he's going to be heading there. You want my plasteel. But you won't actually trade with me, so. That was most unique. Just gonna wait for him to get a little bit closer, so he's inside of our engagement range with the Starbase. Actually, we can just probably just remain standing where we're at. I thought that this ship was, or sorry, I should say, I thought this ship was the one being targeted by all the rocket spam, not this one. So I moved that one up and got it out, and it went out of the protection envelope. So I happened to take a lot of engine damage. This one took some engine damage. Another engine's taking a little bit of damage now. Overall, not too bad. A little bit of unfortunate damage that I took because I misunderstood which one, or I misinterpreted which one was being targeted. Hmm. Well, you could fork over... Um... That might be nice. Well, then, you don't really want peace now, do you? Oh, well, you know, peace ain't free, you know? I'll just sit here for 2 or 3 turns. One more, maybe? 4 turns? Oh. Toronto Chukk! That's new. So it's basically like the polyp scenarium, scenarium, whatever their musical one is called. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's fully healed. Let's go that way. Sure, why not? We're making buckets of ducats. Hey, look. There's 2 planets in this system. There we go. Let's massacre that station. Well, that's interesting. I clicked power to engines, and nothing happened. This never fluctuated. I mean, admittedly, I don't have a very large buffer, but I do have a buffer. I wonder if it's a glitch with this power source type. Makes me wonder. All these little teeny tiny shield generators don't provide that much protection. I think he wants to stab me, but that's weird. There we go. My laser gun objects to being stabbed. Does indeed. No stabby stab today. Alright. Fairly standard invasion. Diplomatic exoskeleton research. We realize now, much to our surprise, that other races find us to have unpleasant smell and a frightening countenance. By donning a special exoskeleton that is designed to mask our smell and give us a less intimidating visage, we gain plus 10% approval when dealing with other races. Oh, that's great. That is great. Yeah, I forgot to build stuff at the other one I conquered. Not that there's really anything to build other than Starbase, basically. The mysterious farmer. I always find the best way to increase my own food resources is to farm on planets that actually don't allow farming. Generally helps with the food shortages quite nicely. Alrighty. And... Right, just... Alright, we'll try it again. Let's see if it was just like that combat is glitched. Okay, it's actually working this time. It was just bugged out in the previous combat. This one's still bugged out. The other three worked. Not sure what's going on there. Something's buggy. I'm not sure what. I had to build several different ship designs and try to replicate the bug many, many times in a row in order to try to sort out what the problem is. At a guess, I would say it's either the generator is bugged or the underlying game mechanics are bugged. Nope, not what I meant to do. Aha! Hold down Alt, middle mouse button, and I can rotate the camera. That doesn't appear to tilt it, though. The fearsome aliens approach the stalwart Chukk position. You know, on second thought, I should have been killing this guy with that guy. So then I could kill that guy with this guy. I'm so bad at this game. Oh my goodness. I am such an idiot. Oh boy. Well, it doesn't appear to actually matter. The Chukk are victorious. As, you know, no one doubted, I'm sure, at this point. Alrighty. Most odd. Alright. Hall of Heroes, not a unique deck. The running off the right bug. Go ahead and fight that. How many ships are there? There's 3 ships, so we can see all the ships. Sometimes you can't though, so can't always trust. Alright, we'll try the engines again. Power to engines. Complete failure on that ship. Complete failure on that ship. Success on that ship. Complete failure on that ship. So all three of these, or all four of these, are undamaged, except for this one, which has a little bit of damage to some armor panels. Apparently, the armor panels damage is what allows it to move. Maybe actually use powered engines. I'm not sure. I want to know is how is the shots that are hitting dead center right there actually applying damage to right there? That hit mesh seems to be a little off. And invasion. It's a party. He has 2 lasers. There we go. The hideous monsters approach our fortified position. Fortunately, our fortified position was sufficient for the task. We taught them hideous monsters a lesson. Woohoo, we got plasma cannons. Mouse, please. There we go, okay. Alright. And then... Alright, we'll try this again. Success. I know why. It's my mouse clicking all those times. Yep. I figured out the problem, guys. Not a game glitch at all. It's just my mouse being amazing for some reason. I don't know why my mouse is doing this. If anyone has an idea why my mouse is doing this, please let me know. I'm using a Logitech, it's a Logitech G600. I've been using it for years without an issue. And then recently, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, it started doing this to me. And I have no idea why. Absolutely no idea why. Well, that's not where I told you to go, but okay. Soldier Bex is the guy in the front. Hang on, I'll shoot him for you. Zip right past the ear. Ah! Or maybe that's like between your arm and your side as you're holding your. It's like, careful. What do you think you're doing? Watch your zone of fire. Your zone of fire. Oh my goodness. Hey, sweet, we got spaceports. Nice little bonus. And the mouse is hard at work trolling me. Another rift. Oh, it's down here. Galactic net. Right, so we need to go save these guys. They're obviously having a really hard time living on an arid planet with no support structure. So we need to rescue them. This is a humanitarian mission, after all. Can I? Nope. I want to hit that auto button so bad. But it will always ends in tears. Remember, kids, don't click auto, whatever you do. The first rule of Fight Club is, wait. The first rule of Stardrive 2 is, don't click auto. Success. And the Draylocks are now living with the highest possible GDP in the galaxy. Remember, it's all about rescuing the other race's poor citizenry from the mismanagement of their imperial overlords. Right. we'll go ahead and send you down over here, and there's a lot of ships in this. And this one's still around. It's the same size. I don't want to get anywhere near that thing. Oh my goodness. But we just land everything just in case. Land? Land? Alright, and actually, let's move you down to here. We'll use this fleet to take on the scummy human home areas. Buy 2 more Devastators, and we'll actually send, once those last 2 gets built, we'll send them down here, pick up troops, and start working our way from this side. Or maybe the center. Yeah, seems like a good idea. And how many more we got? 3. That's gonna take a while. Sure, I'll kill you last. So our Starbase just got nastier. It's a great one to get for Starbase efficiency. Oh yeah. Forgot to move you guys down to here to pick up troops. Seems to be pretty nice. Hey, now we don't have to worry about killing the Rayla. This drain on our transports is very annoying. Very annoying. Bye-bye. Don't come again. And the most useless one, well, against tiny little ships like the Corvette or frigate fleets, works pretty good, but against anything bigger doesn't really work so well. I guess we should research. Now, if only the star bases would equip ECM jammers, that would be great. Oh, that's right. I'm, what are you? Merchants, okay. I was building some down here. Just to build some down here. Well, can't fault that. Wonderful news. Core World Pride. I never actually went to that anomaly. Or that one, apparently. Well, let's go to that one. Find out what that one is. And move into the human space. Steam jammers are done. And yeah, none of these really are my favorite type of weapons. They're all the torpedoes travel so slowly. They're just too easy to kill with point defense, in my opinion. In my opinion, they travel too slowly to be useful. Like, photon torpedoes, I don't think they're point defense stoppable, but their range is so low. They have the lowest range, but I don't think they're point defense stoppable. These two are extremely slow. So, it's basically just a field where you research something to get to the next tech level. Well, it depends. Will you give us, say, CIC? Hey, you don't think that's a good deal? Well, neither do I. Ah, mysterious asteroid. And which one's this one? We have entered your core space. Without open borders treating place, we have to assume hostile intentions. I can't guarantee the safety of your ships. But you know what? I can. Oh, I guarantee you won't be hurting those ships. Oh, it's so wrong. Oh, that's great. Right then, we'll just park you down over there. And, cancel? Mouse, please. Right then, and, there we go. Goodness, 1,000 production for that. Well, I suppose that sort of makes sense. It is really, really good. So yeah, I guess that does make sense. I just wish it weren't so. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much do. Begin. Ah! My mouse. You would not believe how annoying this is. Perhaps you would. Perhaps you would. I got 2. Why? Why, mouse, why? Well, humans have similar technology to us. Bye-bye. I really should do like a Kolrathi run where I play without any shield tech. Do nothing but armor. So humans actually are quite a bit tougher than Traylocs. victory. Well, we have Gauss cannons now. Yeah, I should do in my games. I should go ahead and just give the AIs all the basic buildings that I research. So that way I don't actually have to spend any time building them when I conquer planets. Alright, I think we'll take this episode and leave it here. We have finished wiping, or we have completely wiped out the Draylock, and we are starting in on the humans. Next episode we'll be finishing off the humans, possibly also the polyps. Who knows? But I imagine we've got 1, maybe 2 episodes for completion on this game. So see you guys next time.